The word confess literally means for you to go and tell. The word confess literally means that you go and admit, and you go and you talk about, and you go and you acknowledge, and you go and you make known. When you confess, you go and declare. When you confess, you go and disclose. When you confess, you go and speak loud. When you confess, you go to offer up and offer out. When you confess, you go and fess up. You know when somebody say, just confess. Just go ahead and tell the truth. Just go ahead and admit what you had done. But that ain't the type of confess that Jesus is talking about. He's talking about a person going and proclaiming. He's talking about a person, when you confess, you go and you witness. I declare to you that all of the people in your life that admitted that Jesus Christ was the Son of God, they did not confess him. They just simply said that they believe that he is the Son of God. Because when you confess that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, you will go and preach the gospel boldly and go out into the highways, hedges, streets, and lanes and boldly tell people that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God. And when they see you out in the field, and they'll be wondering, like, what are you out here for? You will tell them, I came to confess that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. When people go to court to testify and to confess, they go from their home to the courthouse and they swear to tell the truth. I say to confess is to tell. To confess is to admit. To confess is to proclaim. And the blind man's parents didn't confess Jesus, and the chief rulers did not confess Jesus, and the majority of your people around you will never confess Jesus. This is why Jesus said of a certainty in Luke chapter 11 and scripture 1. Luke chapter 11 and scripture 1 on the word this morning, the Son of God. Luke chapter 11 and scripture 1, the word declares, and it came to pass that as he, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was praying in a certain place, when he ceased, one of his disciples said unto him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John also taught his disciples to pray. And so Jesus teaches his disciples to pray. And so it is there that you will see that when you are a person that got to confess Jesus, you have to be a person that has to pray. If you're not careful, you'll find yourself afraid. Jesus doesn't want you to be afraid. Jesus Christ declares in Matthew chapter 10 and scripture 32. The word of the Lord in Matthew chapter 10 and scripture 32. Jesus Christ says, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. It is in Matthew chapter 10 that Jesus in scripture 27 says, what I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body